Hey everyone, welcome back to Pop Off English. If you're new here, I'm Mia.
And I'm Leo. This is the podcast where we make English fun, simple, and totally not boring. At least, we try.
We really try. Before we start, don't forget to subscribe to Pop Off English, like this episode, and share it with a friend who is also learning English.
When you subscribe, you help us keep making new episodes for you, so hit that button and let's pop off with some English.
Today, we have a very useful topic. Two small words that confuse a lot of learners.
Today we are talking about the difference between do and make.
These two verbs look simple, but English people use them in very specific ways.
And sometimes it feels like there is no logic, but there is some logic. A little, maybe like 40% logic and 60% just because.
Don't worry, we are going to give you clear ideas, simple rules, and many examples. By the end, you will feel a lot more confident about do and make.
And remember, this is for beginners, so we will keep the language slow and simple. You can relax. Just listen.
First, let's talk about do. Imagine the verb do as action and work.
Yes, do is usually for actions, jobs, tasks, responsibilities, and things you need to complete.
When you hear do, think, I have to do something. It is a task. It is work. It is responsibility.
For example, you can say, do homework, do the dishes, do the laundry, do the shopping, do the cleaning, do a job, do your work, do an exercise.
So if your teacher gives you homework, you don't make homework, you do homework.
And if there are many dirty plates in the kitchen, your mom says, please do the dishes.
Or if you are studying English and there is an exercise in your book, you do an exercise.
Do can also be used for general activities when we don't say the exact action. For example, what are you doing? Or what did you do yesterday?
Right. When someone asks, what are you doing? They want to know your action.
So remember, do is for actions and responsibilities, especially things you need to complete.
Now let's start with some very common expressions with do. These are really useful.
Here are some of the top ones. Do homework, do housework, do the washing up, do the dishes, do the laundry, do the ironing, do the shopping, do business, do your best, do your hair, do your nails.
Do your best is a nice one. It means try as hard as you can. For example, I know English is difficult, but just do your best.
And do your hair means to style your hair. For example, wait, I need 10 minutes to do my hair.
Or do your nails is when you paint or clean your nails.
So you can see, do often connects to something that feels like a task.
Now let's move to make. Make is usually about creating or producing something.
Yes, make is used when you create something new, or you cause something to exist.
When you hear make, think, I change something, I create something, I produce something. There is a result.
For example, you can say, make a cake, make a sandwich, make dinner, make a salad, make coffee, make tea.
You are creating food or drinks. Before, there was nothing. Now there is a sandwich. Magic.
You can also make things that are not food. For example, make a plan, make a decision, make a mistake, make money, make a phone call, make a list, make a choice.
These are things you create in your life. A decision, a plan, a phone call. They are not physical objects like a cake, but you still create them.
So a simple idea is, do for actions and responsibilities, make for creating something or producing a result.
Of course, English loves to be confusing, so there are some expressions that don't really follow a clear rule. But this idea helps a lot.
Let's compare do and make with similar situations so it's easier for you to feel the difference.
Example 1. Homework and a cake. You do your homework. You make a cake.
Homework is a task, a responsibility. Cake is something you create.
Example 2, cleaning and lunch. You do the cleaning, you make lunch.
Again, cleaning is work, a job. Lunch is food you create.
Example 3, a phone call and the dishes. You make a phone call, you do the dishes.
Even if you do something with the phone, in English we say make a phone call, not do a phone call.
These examples will help you build the feeling for do and make.
Now, let's play a little game. I will say an action. You think do or make.
But don't repeat after us. Just think in your head. Quiet game.
First one, homework. You do homework.
Second, coffee. You make coffee.
Third, the bed. In English we say make the bed.
Yes, this one is interesting. You don't do the bed, you make the bed.
Why? I don't know. Ask the English language. Maybe because you arrange the bed. You create a nice new bed shape.
So remember, after you wake up, you make your bed.
Next one, a mistake. You make a mistake.
Many students say, I did a mistake, but in English, the correct phrase is, I made a mistake.
And it's okay, because making mistakes is how you learn.
Next, housework. You do housework.
Housework is a group of tasks, so it uses do.
Last one, a decision. You make a decision.
You create or choose something in your mind, so make is used.
Now let's talk more deeply about do. We said that do is for work, tasks, and general activities. But we also use do to talk about general actions without saying the exact verb.
For example, if I say I don't know what to do today, I mean I don't know what action to choose. Maybe go to the park, maybe study, maybe sleep.
Or if someone asks, what do you do in the evening? They want to know your usual activities at night.
Maybe you say, I do my homework, I watch TV, and I relax.
We also use do with some sports and activities, especially individual things like karate or yoga.
For example, do yoga, do karate, do judo, do gymnastics, do exercise.
But we don't usually say do football or do basketball. For team sports with a ball, we often use play. So play football, play basketball, play tennis.
English likes to keep you awake. Different verbs for different sports.
Let's talk more about make now. Make has some very important groups.
First, food and drinks. You make breakfast, make lunch, make dinner, make a sandwich, make pasta, make a cake, make soup, make coffee, make tea.
So in the kitchen, you usually make, not do.
Except the dishes. The dishes are special. You do the dishes after you make dinner.
Second group, money and business. You make money, make a profit, make a deal, make a sale.
You don't do money, you make money. If you do your job well, you make more money.
Third group, decisions and plans. You make a decision, make a plan, make a choice, make an appointment.
For example, let's make a plan to study English every day.
Or, I need to make an appointment with the dentist.
Fourth group, sounds and communication. For example, make a phone call, make a joke, make a comment, make a speech, make an announcement.
A joke is something you create with words, so you make a joke.
You can also make a noise, make a sound.
Another big group is emotions and reactions. For example, make someone happy, make someone sad, make someone angry, make someone smile, make someone laugh, make someone cry.
You create a feeling in another person.
For example, this podcast makes me happy.
That is the correct answer, by the way.
Or, exams make me nervous.
So make can be very powerful. It creates feelings.
Now let's look at some typical mistakes learners make with do and make and correct them.
Mistake 1. I did a mistake. The correct sentence is, I made a mistake.
Mistake 2. I will do a cake for your birthday. Correct sentence. I will make a cake for your birthday.
Mistake 3. I need to make my homework. Correct. I need to do my homework.
Mistake 4. Can you do a phone call for me? Correct. Can you make a phone call for me?
Mistake 5. I want to do more money. Correct. I want to make more money.
Mistake 6. I need to do a decision. Correct. I need to make a decision.
If you remember only a few expressions from today, remember these correct ones. Do homework, do the dishes, make a mistake, make a cake, make a decision, make a phone call.
These are super common in daily English, so they will help you a lot.
Now, let's imagine a small story using do and make together, so you can hear them in context.
It's Sunday morning. Leo wakes up and decides to do something productive.
I never do something productive on Sunday, but okay, story time.
Leo, today I will do my homework, do some exercise, and do the cleaning.
But before that, I make coffee and make breakfast. Because priorities.
After breakfast, Leo does the dishes. Then he does his homework for his English class.
While I do my homework, I make a mistake with do and make, of course. Then I say, oh no, I made a mistake again.
After homework, Leo makes a plan for the week. He wants to make more time to study English.
I also make a decision to do more exercise and do less scrolling on my phone.
Later, Leo calls his friend. He makes a phone call and says, "Hey, do you want to do something this afternoon?"
They decide to do some shopping and then make dinner together.
At the end of the day, Leo is tired but happy. He did the cleaning, did his homework, did some exercise, and made dinner, made a plan, and made a good day.
That story shows how do and make can live in the same day, in the same life, without fighting.
Now, let's talk about do and make in questions and negatives, because we also use the word do as an auxiliary verb.
Yes, this is another job for do. For example, if you want to ask about doing homework, you say, do you do your homework every day?
Or, did you do your homework yesterday? The first do helps to make the question. The second do is the main verb.
In the negative, you say, I don't do my homework at night, I do it in the morning.
With make, you use do as an auxiliary in the question, but make is still the main verb. For example, do you make dinner at home? Or, did you make coffee this morning?
In the negative, I don't make breakfast on weekdays, or I didn't make a mistake this time.
So be careful, sometimes do appears twice, in the question form and as a main verb.
Example, do you do exercise? The first do is the helper. The second do is the real action.
And with make, do you make your own lunch? Only one make plus one do to help make the question.
English is like, I heard you like do, so I put do next to do, so you can do while you do.
Focus. Our poor listeners.
Okay, back to something simple. Let's give you some pairs with do and make that are easy to memorize.
Do homework. Make a mistake.
Do the dishes. Make dinner.
Do the laundry. Make a cake.
Do housework. Make money.
Do exercise. Make a plan.
Do business. Make a deal.
Do your best. Make someone happy.
Do the shopping. Make a list.
If you learn these pairs, you will already sound more natural in English.
Another small tip: if you are not sure, ask yourself, is this a task or responsibility? If yes, maybe do. Is this something I create or a result? If yes, maybe make.
This is not a perfect system, but it helps in many situations.
Now let's create some short, simple sentences together so you can hear the patterns.
I do my homework after dinner.
I make dinner at 7 p.m.
She does the dishes every night.
He makes a lot of mistakes, but he learns.
We do exercise on the weekend.
They make coffee in the morning.
I do my best in my English class.
This podcast makes English easier.
And you doing this podcast with us makes us happy.
Let's also look at do and make with time expressions so you can talk about your routine.
For example, every day I make coffee, then I do my work.
On Sundays, I do the laundry and make a big lunch.
At night, I make a cup of tea and do some reading.
On Saturdays, my family makes pizza together and I do the cleaning after.
You can try to think of your own daily routine with do and make. Just in your head. No repeating.
Before we finish, let's quickly summarize the main ideas.
Number 1. Do is for work, tasks, responsibilities, and general activities. For example, do homework, do the dishes, do housework, do exercise.
Number 2. Make is for creating or producing something, including food, plans, decisions, and feelings. For example, make a cake, make dinner, make a decision, make a mistake, make someone happy.
Number 3. Some expressions are fixed and you need to memorize them, like make the bed, make a phone call, make money, do business, do your best.
Number 4. In questions and negatives, do is also used as a helper, but the main verb is still do or make.
And number 5, it's okay to make mistakes. You learn when you make mistakes. Just try to do your best and keep listening to English.
If you liked this episode and it helped you understand do and make, don't forget to subscribe to Pop Off English.
Click subscribe, like this episode, and share it with a friend who is also learning English. That really helps the channel grow.
You can also make a habit of listening to us regularly. For example, do your homework and listen to Pop Off English at the same time.
Thank you for spending this time with us today. You did something good for your English.
And you made our day by listening.
See you in the next episode of Pop Off English.
Bye, everyone, and keep popping off with your English.